Hello everybody, I'm Scotty. Welcome back to Scotty's Clock World. Now we'll attach the on-off striking lever. This lever here goes in through that piece there, the little hole, the hole on the end of that. Clip that in. Got him? Now we lower that down on top of there. That's clipped over there. Right, last piece. We've got a little brush washer. Tiny little piece. See it there? That goes over the top there. And then we align that lever so it fits down inside it. Now we've got a nut to put on it, which I'll put inside this little tool here and immediately dropped it out. I'll put a bit of Rodico on that to hold it, a little bit inside there. Then I'll put the nut on it, square it up. There it is sitting there. Now it won't fall out. Start screwing it down. Take our tool up, remove the Rodico out of it. Pair of tweezers. Now we can tighten it down. That's got it. Alright, that's got that. Put the Rodico away. Now we're ready to start putting the bellows in. That's the little pin that holds the pipe of the bellows in place. We'll start off by pushing that into the side of the case. I'll get a pair of pliers for that. We'll push that in carefully so we don't damage anything. Actually, I think we might have to tap it lightly with a hammer. Not going in very well. Alright, we'll try that with a... There we go. Sticking through there now. Now I'll take our bellows. Put it down inside the case. We can align the hole with the pin we've been pushing into it. I'll push that in a little bit more. That'll hold it. Now we can get the screws. Little Phillips head screw that goes in. That should now be pretty easy to go into place because that little nail there is holding it in the correct position. Right, I'll screw that in. And it goes. I'll push this pin in a bit further. And that wire will have to be attached to that wire down the bottom there. We'll clamp that. It's the right one. Good. I'll clamp that tighter a little bit. Right. Now for the other side. Once again, we'll start off pushing the pin in. A little bit of a bend on that one. All right. Other side of the house. Line it up in the hole. And one's going to go through more easily. Yep, there we go. You can see it's sticking through there now. Now, other set of bellows. We'll put its lift lever on it. There we go. Get it inside and align the original hole with our pin. There we go, that's got him. I'll push that in a little bit further to hold it in place, and we can screw it down. Right. Make sure that our lift lever's not caught up. There's our Phillips head screw. Pop it into the case there. Hold the bellows pipe tightly. And then screw it in. And now I'll finish that by pushing the pin in. The lift wire's come off, so I'll have to get that out of there. Put that back up into the top of the bellows. I'll hold it there, and then there it is. I'll connect that to the lift lever. It's got it. Now lift that up. Wider pair of tweezers. No, it's come out. All right, I'll connect that in, then I'll come back. Well, that was very clever of me. Imagine most of you realised I had forgotten to put the chains in. We'll start off on the going side. We'll wind that in, see if gravity will work for us, and get that chain to drop out the other side. I'll wind the ratchet on it. Now there we go, that should be sufficient. A pair of tweezers to the rescue, and there we go. Right, there's the first one. Pull that down. Right, there we go. Well, that was embarrassing. I forgot to put the chains in before I put the movement back into the case. I imagine you all saw that, but nobody told me. Just let me sort of fall into the trap. All right, now we're going to put the pendulum leader onto the clock and get the angles of that. It's got it, I'll hold that using a very long pair of pliers. Actually, I might have to use some with some serrations on them, I think, to hold it, to squeeze it. It's the first one. Now the one underneath. Could go a little bit more actually. There we go. Now that has to go under the crutch. We're in through the crutch actually. Down there, and then comes out through that slot in the bottom of the case. You can see it coming out down there. I'll have to close up the bottom of the crutch or it's going to fall out. Yep, there we go. All right, the bellows are working. Haven't tested the hammer yet because we haven't got the back plate on, the back door on. All right, so we'll do that now. So we'll slot that into place. That goes in there. A little lever on it, hold it in. Now we're pretty much finished. The chains hanging out the bottom. I'll put the hooks on those, and then after that, the only thing that remains is to stain this pine tree so I can put it on there. I'll remove that piece there. There was something else on there and I've got no idea what it was. I don't know, but I'll remove that little piece and then I'll put that on there. That'll complete the clock. I'll put the movement back inside the case. And I'll put the hook and stopper ring on both chains. You can see I've repaired the piece that was knocked off there. That's been glued back on again, and I've matched up the colour pretty well actually with the colour of the original clock case. I've stained the other carved lindenwood tree that I bought from the UK. It's not exactly the same as the other colour. It was very hard to match, but I think it fits in relatively well.